Hi, Shira 7. Okay, so this topic is going to be on the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, so I'm not going to go by what some other man has discovered or thinks or whatever. I'm going to go by what I think. Okay, so and a lot of people who astral travel and who channel and who have been, studying the Bermuda Triangle since childhood, you understand. And if you haven't, that's fine. I would suggest you go look at the scientific videos as well, because when you put two sources together, you kind of come up with your own opinion, which is, the best. So I'm just going to give you mine. So the Bermuda Triangle, first of all, it's a triangle. There's angles, okay? It's over the water. It's in the water. So there's a sky portal and there's a water portal. Recently, they have announced that they are pyramids and sphinxes, or a sphinx under the ocean in the Bermuda Triangle. There's pictures of it all online. It was actually discovered in the 60s, but they're just now showing everybody and saying, look, da 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 da. So basically, there's Egyptian artifacts and Egyptian, but Egyptian stuff down there. So basically, they're saying it could have been Atlantis, or Egypt could have stretched this far. They could have expanded, da 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 da. Whatever you believe. I believe that there were portals from Egypt to this place, and they could go back and forth. Y'all remember the movie Stargate, where they went to a whole nother dimension or a different planet, and it looked almost just like Egypt? Yeah, so I believe Egyptians knew how to transport through portals, and they, on the other side, they built something similar to where they had transported from, like a pyramid. Even in South America, there are pyramids, and the Incans and the Mayans had similar gods to the Egyptian gods. They just used the animals of their, surroundings. Like, instead of a cobra, they used an anaconda to represent the serpent. They used Quetzalcoatl, they used the phoenix, they used, all the different types of animals that they saw. But it was basically the same types of gods and goddesses as the Egyptian gods and goddesses, but it was more tailored to their surroundings and their native habitat. They all had pyramids as well, and they all had spiritual practices that were kind of similar. So the Bermuda Triangle is a portal. There's a sky portal and there is an ocean portal. Now, there are two things that you need to create a portal. Well, maybe three. Energy, vibration, and someone's consciousness, okay? Now I'm going to break it down. So, in, like, a lot of planes disappear, a lot of ships disappear, so there's a sky portal and there's an ocean portal. It depends on the time of day, the energy surrounding, and the consciousness that is opening the portal. A lot of people say, well, what consciousness is opening this portal and whatnot, blah 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 blah. Well, there is spiritual consciousness and spiritual technology in other dimensions. Okay, we have physical technology, we have, digital technology, and they have mental and spiritual technology on the other side. Like, everything that we do with the computer, they do with their mind. Okay, to them, a computer is probably like an abacus to add 2 plus 2 when they can do it in their mind. Okay, this is advanced beings, so they can open their portals, at will, and it has to be a certain time of day. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of people talk about the rapture and this and that. Well, that's one form of being raptured, when you disappear into a portal that someone opened so you can come through. Okay. And then there's this, like, ex-soldier. I think he was like, he's on YouTube. If I can find the link, I'll link it. But he's talking about how they used to send him through these water portals near Puerto Rico, and they would actually, send him to other dimensions and do experiments with these portals. And he does not look like he's lying, okay? And people have said, oh, he's just a nutcase, he's crazy. But the things that he remember in detail are like too close to, you know, what a lot of people see in their astral travels. So, and he did this interview like a long time ago. I will try to post a link in the description box. I think it's like the Camelot, uh, Camelot. I don't remember, but I will post it. Um, and then there's on the other side of the world, there's the Devil's Triangle or the Dragon's Triangle, which is almost the same as the Bermuda Triangle, but it's near Japan. That's also near islands, and there's a portal there as well. So these beings can travel from other sides of the earth. They need the oceans. They need the sky. Do y'all remember Hurricane Katrina? A lot of people said that that was a false flag. I mean, not a false flag, but that was a man-made hurricane set to destroy and do, whatever. Well, I kind of believe that it was done on purpose because there is a current in the Gulf of Mexico. And I believe that they sent that hurricane to stop that current so they could go and study what's happening down there in the ocean and these portals and whatnot. And so also so they can get their military over there because they want to know what's actually going on. And the earthquake in Haiti and the earthquake in Chile set up military and military bases all around the Caribbean and in South America and in the Gulf of Mexico so they can keep an eye on what's going on, because they did the same thing in Yemen where there's like this whirlpool. They set it up so where they said that they were going to go to war, but really they just wanted to get their ships over there in that area to keep an eye on what's coming out the ocean, right? Then like recently, earlier this year, or was it last year, they just some people were in a submarine and they saw this mermaid type figure that like touched their window, and they're like, what the heck is that, and the face was alien like, the big eyes and the small skinny face and like the bluish skin or the greenish skin. It was hard to tell because of the water color, but they've seen like so much new stuff that's just coming out left and right. These portals are open. There's a portal at the top and the North Pole, and then there's one at the South Pole. If you look on Google Earth, you can see them, So basically the Bermuda Triangle is just a doorway into other dimensions. And depending on, the time of year, the consciousness, the vibrations of people, like when they do these false flag events, they're trying to raise the vibrations like all around the world or near a location. Like, so for instance, say they do like a false bombing and they're trying to get all these people mad. That's why they constantly air it on CNN, because they need that energy to open the portal. Okay, just like 9/11, they needed that energy to open a portal. And a lot of people are saying, well, I don't believe that. But that's what they need. They don't need you to believe that they're opening portals. They need you to believe what they're showing you to get your emotions at that certain vibration. They need those emotions and that vibration and that energy to open their portals. They don't care if you believe it or not. As long as you're feeling a certain way about it and are upset and are angry, that's what they feed off of. So like when I don't even watch CNN, I don't watch the news because I know it's all fake, It's all fake. Most of it is fake. And they might have a a mock explosion and hire some actors to get the people around the United States and around the world to react a certain way. But they will always give you warnings first, especially to the ones who understand what's going on. There will always be warnings first. And basically it's like, don't buy in. Like, it's basically these symbols and clues are for people who see. And basically it's saying, don't buy into this. It's not real. It's for those people who are still at that level, and they believe this, let us feed off their energy. We can't feed off of your energy because you're too, aware. So we're telling you, we need this energy. Don't interrupt, don't interfere. If you do make videos, people are just going to call you crazy anyway, but basically we need this energy. So people do false flags to get energy to open portals. you know a lot of people do that to get other things as well. They're called like psychic vampires. Like, they get you riled up, they get you mad, they get all this energy from you, and then they feel revived. So just like spirits, when they try to appear in the in this realm, they need energy. That's why when the lights flicker and stuff like that, when you see paranormal experience on television, they're sucking that energy from that source. So that's why, like, on a lot of people's altars, they light candles and leave food and whatnot, because the spirits can gather energy through that. But on Earth, they don't have. They feed off of emotion. So whenever you see another huge false flag, it's probably not true. Okay, and if it is true, it's set up to get this energy flow. Okay, that's why you shouldn't really feed into it unless you want to. It's your choice or not. But it's like a waste of time getting, over emotional about something. Okay, we know what they're doing. So the Bermuda Triangle is basically a doorway and to other dimensions. And back in the ancient times, they used this doorway to go from inner to outer earth and to other parts of the earth. It was like, think of it like an elevator, or like one of those speed trains. They have the new speed train that can get you from New York to LA in like an hour. Okay, think of it like that, but with spiritual technology instead of physical technology. And yeah, like people that disappear in there, they're on the other side. Now they're like living in another dimension. And that's pretty cool, if you ask me. There was this movie a long time ago in the 80s. I don't even remember the name of it. But this girl, she was like at the beach. She was like a nerd. She was a supermodel back then. I forgot her name. I'll try to find it. But she fell like into some caves or tunnels and stuff, and she ended up in inner earth. And she like met this guy there, and like they just went on this adventure. It was kind of cool. It was like cheesy, corny 80s movie, but like the concept behind it was awesome. If you believe in inner earth and inner dimensions and whatnot, check it out. I'll try to find the trailer for it. I don't even remember the name of it. So old. I'm so old. I can't remember anything. But yeah, so remember, like, when y'all see some crazy stuff on CNN, they're trying to open portals. Okay, like the ones that I think were fake was that Boston bombing for sure, and the Sandy Hook. That was super fake. And I think HARP did the earthquake in Haiti and Hurricane Katrina and the tsunami, so they could open these portals. Because the people on the other side, the beings on the other side, they work with beings on this side, and they implement certain things to get you mentally prepared or aware of certain things. I'm not going to go into it because there's too much, and there's too many people who aren't going to agree with it, but it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. If y'all have read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, it is what it is. There's this and there's that. And if you're not aware of what's going on, then you're going to be lost. And like that plane that disappeared, that's where it went. To the other dimension. Yeah. Do you ever notice, like, in the ancient drawings and carvings in Egypt and in South America, they have these carvings of what looked like helicopters and what looked like airplanes or what looked like rocket ships or spaceships. How do you think they got over there? They flew into a different dimension time zone or time era, because dimensions can lead you, into the future, into the past, and in some dimensions, the future, the past, and the present all exist at the same time. You know, so they were seeing airplanes. Maybe they saw the airplane that flew into their dimension that many years ago. you know. So if y'all like my Bermuda Triangle video and y'all have anything to add to it or anything else you want me to expand upon, I will. So just ask me, and remember, not everything has a logical answer. Sometimes you have to go to that next level, and sometimes you have to really, just use your own brain and your own imagination and the logic and combine it together to get a truth. Okay, so that's it for this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the Bermuda Triangle. Tell me what you think about this disappearing plane. Tell me what you think about all those stories, and give me your input so I can expand my knowledge as well. Okay, thank you.